572, even though they were filed under indictment 22 SC 182273. And I've considered the proffers made by the state. I've considered the arguments of the defense. At this point in time, though, Mr. Adams and Mr. Steele, I am still not convinced that that what you've argued, or what you've continued, or what you've argued anew and taking into account what I have heard already, I still believe that the court, it is the court's decision that the four factors under consideration, that I'm going to deny bond at this point in time. It is not lost on me that your client's in custody. Not lost on me your client enjoys a presumption of innocence. I respect all of you as seasoned advocates, and I understand fully that there are differences in bond and differences in what may be pled at trial. And I understand that you all as defendants don't have any responsibility at all to present anything, that the government has the responsibility to present and prove everything that's alleged in the indictment and the elements therein to a satisfaction of beyond a reasonable doubt. So that will be decided later, but at this point in time, under Title 17 and under the case law that's been argued thus far, I am not going to grant bond at this point in time. Bond will stand denied. All right, is there anything else I need to kind of go through with you all at this point in time? Mr. Adams or Mr. Steele, we have proffers. The remaining proffers, I will attempt to try and get those folks here for the 8th of September, who are otherwise unrepresented or maybe in the Department of Corrections. Anything else? Then I understand you all have some motions you're about to file. If you should, for whatever you file, please send courtesy copies to myself and in particular Mr. Kearns and Mr. Chamberlain, so that because we're not an e-file party, the court is not an e-file party, and that's the only way we'll get those. And upon getting those, I will figure out a date and schedule you all for any motions that may need to be heard or issues that I need to take up. Okay. All right. Mr. Geary, anything? Okay, we have dates, and you, Mr. Geary, you owe me, I believe that you have presented orders. I have signed those. Mr. Chamberlain should have given those back to you. You will file those, e-file those for the null process in the, in the case.
Adopting the motion structure.
Yes, yes, sir. Just want to make sure I have the right indictment. Under the old indictment, that would have been 22 SC 182273. And the motions that have been filed on that will be carried over into the new indictment ending in 572. So I'll need that. And we have several matters that will need to be taken up on the 8th of September. Mr. Chamberlain will go ahead and publish or send out notices for that. Mr. Chamberlain, anything else, sir?
Do you see information for those individuals?
Yes.
I've been here all day, so I have not got a chance to confirm. But I can send them for all the individuals that I know that are unrepresented and in DOC custody.
Yes, can I say something?
Yes.
In the future, I share information with y'all. If y'all have information that I do not know about, please give it to me.
In particular, custodial information. Yeah.
Because we could avoid it.
And what I will do, Ms. Rosenwasser, if you would go ahead and I know that you all have told me which individuals are not represented, but if you will roll that up, and I think you may have done that while we're sitting here.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and include all of you on an email. I did receive an email from bear with me. Please bear with me. From Miss Carol, Vanessa Carroll, she's an attorney with the Southern Center for Human Rights. People are very interested in this lack of C3 representation. So I will go ahead and send out another email to Miss Bernard and the folk and Miss Ali, and send out something to see if we can get some movement with that. And if it goes much further, I'll have to relook the situation. I may have to ask the county for some funds to appoint counsel to represent folks who are unrepresented. But I'm not going to let it go much longer. So that's still on my radar. All right, anything else? Okay, then everyone, I appreciate your patience. Mr. Adams, I apologize to you again if you felt for any slight I may have given you, and know that all of you are held in high esteem in the criminal justice system in terms of your advocacy and ability as advocates. Okay? Okay, all right. At that, we're in recess, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.